Hey everyone, Josh here. Today we're looking at our top 3 favorite budget super automatics. So these picks for super autos today are for someone who's looking to get into fresh ground espresso, who doesn't want to go the pod machine route, but is looking for simplicity instead of all the options of our more expensive super automatic machines. What's really nice is that it's a grinder and espresso machine in one, so you don't need to buy a separate grinder like you do with most semi-autos. That said, this is our budget of the budget picks, the Seiko X Small. It is both the cheapest and simplest on our list, so if you're someone who is looking for simple espresso only or just like a wet cappuccino, this is definitely the machine for you. It's incredibly simple. It has single and double shot buttons, turn dial that sets the steam wand to either hot water or steam, and the steam tip is Panarello style, so you don't really need any technique to froth milk. It also has a removable brew group, so it's very easy to upkeep and maintain. If you're only doing a couple of drinks a day, this machine will last you quite a long time. That said, it does lack a lot of features that we do like to see with our espresso machines. You can't really set dose, temperature, or milk texture in any way. You're pretty much limited to straight espresso shots and the steaming abilities of the Panarello. One tip, we recommend you program the single shot button for a 1 ounce espresso shot and double tapping it to brew a traditional double shot. That way it grinds twice and brews twice, and it really does improve the flavor of your shots. If you want to use the double shot button, we recommend it for if you like lungos or are working on Americano or another specialty drink. And that's the Seiko X Small. Next up on our list is the Seiko Intelia Deluxe. It's a slight bump up in price from the X Small, but as you can see, it's got a more traditional shape and it's got a stainless steel face. It also offers a couple more options for those who like to play, who wants to get their espresso quite right. It has a larger bean hopper and more grind settings. It also has a bypass doser for if you want to try a new coffee or decaf, and a top-mounted cup warmer for keeping your demis and shot glasses warm. Aside from that, it also has a cappuccinatore instead of the Panarello wand, which will auto steam milk, which is very convenient in the morning. But if you like, you can always swap it for a Panarello wand as well to give you a little bit more control over the temperature and texture of your milk. The Intelia Deluxe also has more programmability than the X Small. You can program the temperature of the shot as well as dose, which goes a long way in improving your shot from the factory settings. It also has an easier to read digital display and a larger water reservoir and drip tray. A quick tip on the cappuccinatore, when it's heating up from cold, it kind of condenses water in the top here. So before you put your cup under it to steam milk, we recommend letting it spit out that first bit of cool water before putting it in, and that'll give you a less watery milk texture. Otherwise, this is a great machine for a multifamily household or for someone who is really looking to dial in their espresso a little bit more. Last up on our list is the Jura C60. And so it's a little bit more expensive than its two Seiko counterparts, but Juras are widely known for having the best shot among super automatics, and that's due to the brew group dosing slightly higher than the brew groups on other manufacturers. Because of that, if you're looking for one of the best shots you can get on a super auto, we definitely recommend Jura machines. This machine also offers slightly better programmability than the Intelia Deluxe does. You can set individual temperature, dose, and volume for each coffee drink, which is a really nice feature if you have multiple people in your house. It also has a milk siphon similar to the cappuccinatore, but you lose the option to switch to a Panarello with it, so you're pretty much limited in milk options to what the Jura is programmed to create. A couple other things I like about it. is both the water tank and beans hopper are located on the sides under these two flaps here. So it really gives it a nice look to the front of the machine. And the control knob here is turn and push, which I find to be really, really easy to navigate, especially if you're not used to espresso machine menus. A big downside, for me at least, for Jura machines is that you don't have access to the brew group, so preventative maintenance like cleaning and relubing O-rings is a little bit harder to do, and if you ever need to take it in for repairs, you need to send it back to Jura. That said, it makes great coffee, and the design is very, very minimalist, which I tend to like. So that's it for our top budget super automatic espresso machines. We have the Seiko X Small, the Seiko Intelli Deluxe, and the Jura C60. Take a look at their crew reviews if you want to learn more info, and I'll see you all next week. Everyone, Josh here. Today we're looking at our top 3 favorite budget super automatics. So these picks for super autos today are for someone who's looking to get into fresh ground espresso, who doesn't want to go the pod machine route, but is looking for simplicity instead of all the options of our more expensive super automatic machines. What's really nice is that it's a grinder and espresso machine in one, so you don't need to buy a separate grinder like you do with most semi-autos. That said, this is our budget of the budget picks.